Boy, we got lucky last week at New Hampshire. We banged the wall in qualifying, started 43rd, and every time we started trying to get up through the pack, we kept on getting jobbed. Lake Speed and Darrell Waltrip both got into us. And then we had to pit off sequence from the AI, and I was worried. But we babied our tires down the stretch, was able to get on an even keel with them, a late caution. I'm not sure if it helped or hurt us. I don't know. It probably helped us because I think I would have just given up more spots in the long run trying to save our tires. But it gave us a chance to reassess everything, and we were able to race with the AI at the end, gain a couple spots. Finished 20th. We probably deserved worse. Bobby Labonte got the win there. And now he's very. I think he was comfortable even before that race. He's doing all right here with the points. Andretti's doing comfortable after a good. I think that was top 10 at New Hampshire, and then winning Daytona helped him. And Ricky Rudd took a hit with the DNF, and then you see Dale Jarrett creeping back up. Like I said around the Daytona race, like it's going to take a couple more races here for the cream to rise up back up. I still see Dale Jarrett getting into the playoffs. We'll keep an eye on Rusty Wallace as well. And now we're hitting up Pocono. We had a good finish here, top 10, the first time around. We just got to figure out turn 3. We're starting 16th.
The following is an exclusive presentation of Turner Sports, a Time Warner company.
Alright. Thankfully we had a good start there. We were actually up to speed with them. But then I screwed up turn 1 and Cal Petty got around us. If you look around the track, we have new Winston Cup signage. Much more period specific and accurate to what the signs actually look like. All the usual suspects, I think, pretty much in the race for the playoffs and for the championship. We're all running up here. Oh boy. We're all running up here in the top 20, at least. One random caution. And that's pretty much it. I Was going to try to find those deer out in the wilderness here, but we'll save that for another year. Alright, now I had turn 3 down in qualifying. And I think it was because of just being at New Hampshire. Oh yeah. Being at New Hampshire and learning how to take those turns really helped me with turn 3. Really helped me with turn 3. Coming through, Joe. Maybe not. Pit window is 30 to 35 laps on tires. We do have one random caution. And we did have one legitimate caution in the first Pocono race. So I'm hoping we get another one. Boy, Rusty Wallace. Just not having a good time this season. He might sneak into the playoffs, but I mean... My one regret with the ratings and how the season has played out has been Jeff Burton not being very good in our season. He's there in our rear view, but in the real 1997 season, he finished top 5 in points-ish, top 6 maybe. And he won't even make our playoffs. Thanks for all the likes, views, comments, subscriptions. We're getting down to it here. After this, we go to Indianapolis and Watkins Glen. So that's why I want to bank some points here and at Indianapolis, because we might need them depending on what we do at Watkins Glen. Big run here on Bill Elliott. Gotta stop hitting that berm. We'll be saying that a lot at Watkins Glen. But yeah, this is our first time this season that we're visiting a track for the second time. I probably could phrase that a little bit better, but you know what I'm saying. And it was such a relief not having to worry about doing any testing. Just being able to jump on, run a few laps, qualify, and we're ready to go. The beginning of this race has turned out all right. I was really scared about starting on the outside row. Yeah, we really catch up to them when they run side by side. If they line up and you can see the front two cars, of course, Gordon and Martin, they're running away a little bit because they're nose to tail. Bobby Labonte third, Dale Earnhardt fourth. Bobby Labonte won the first Pocono race. And Dale Jarrett up here too. I mean, if he can just finally stay off pit road, stay out of trouble, stop getting wrecked by other cars. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does in the playoffs. I'm still diamonding 3 a little bit too much, but we're taking it much better than we were in the first Pocono race. No question.
Of its own. McDonald's, satisfying your need for speed.
Three wide. These guys in front of us started racing side by side. Mark Martin and Jeff Gordon are gone. They're way up there. I was handling turn 3 pretty decently to start, and now the tires are going. And hang on, let's drive first. And the tires are going, and we're starting to have issues with turn 3, but we'll figure it out. We need Ken Schrader to get around Johnny Benson is what we need. Or we'll get around Ken Schrader. Yeah, Gordon and Martin out to about 4.5 seconds ahead of this little pack here. I think we can be quicker. That was a good turn 3. That was a really good turn 3. You really don't know how the good turn 3 was until you get to the end of the front stretch. And the speed you're carrying. Yeah, that's what the problem is. Whenever I'm with the AI and someone's right on me, I want to brake with them. Get back into the throttle with them, especially braking with them, or else they get into us. But when I'm on my own, you just saw right there, these last couple turn 3s, we've been able to get the car to stick in there. I do like that we're running single file now here. Yeah, when I was researching all the old tracks for what kind of, what these signs should look like, I don't know, a bug bit me. I know I said we were going to run the 2000 season next, but I think we're actually going to go back in time and run 1994, possibly. 1993. And I did a quick look at the graphics for those, and they're all different from what we have, except for ESPN, the purple ESPN stuff. They were using that halfway through that season. You see the Winston Cup sign right there, how thick the Winston is. That's how the signs look. I mean, North Wilkesboro has there's some great pictures from, people going in there, documenting how, what it looks like abandoned and whatnot, and all the Winston Cup signage is there from 1996. Perfect. And I pieced together from some YouTubes and other things. But yeah, the big thing I've noticed on people coming up with the Winston signage for some tracks on the game is they don't have Winston as thick as it should be, and I don't think I do either. I got it a little bit thicker, but the font that you download for it only comes in bold is the heaviest weight. Black is the heaviest weight, but it doesn't come in black. But I'm putting up some comparison pictures and before and after, what ours looked like before I decided to revamp them here. And thankfully there isn't any signage at Indianapolis, so I don't have to worry about that. There we go. I was getting tired of staring at Johnny Benson, to be honest. But since I've spent so much time dialing in these tracks, and anybody that watches these videos can't argue that this difficulty is spot on. I mean, it's not perfect. It's always going to be changing. I mean, we don't have weird issues with the AI slowing down way before us on a run. We have them competitive with us the whole race. It's not slam dunk poles every race for us. We're not running away with races. So whenever I go to these other eras, 1994 for example, when we go back there, I'm not going to be downloading, you know, 1994 Pocono track that somebody made. And it's nothing against that track, it's just I'll have to figure out how to get around there again, tune in the AI again, and just go through another slog of a season where before every race I have to check and double check. But by the end of our season here, we're gonna have, oh, look out. What is this? No! Oh my goodness. I saw, and that was the Dales. That was Dale Jarrett and Dale Earnhardt. So Dale Jarrett, another wreck. And it seemed like Earnhardt had something go on with his car and Dale Jarrett slammed into him. Because I saw debris flying. Oh, we still got a wreck happening. In the tunnel turn. Good night. So those were other... So more cars got... We got trouble everywhere. Oh, man. What was I even talking about? Alright, before we check out the replay, let's see what kind of carnage we have on the speedway. There's smoke billowing from the tunnel turn. And I'm guessing anybody who's watching this knows, but it's called the tunnel turn because underneath it is the tunnel that comes into the track. Look at all this. You can see on the left the tunnel. Anyway. We are going to pit and then check out this wreck. I want all surprises here. I haven't looked at anything. I haven't looked at the standings yet. We're going to pit, take on everything. And we're going in what? 5th. I pooped my pants a little bit when I saw Earnhardt spinning. Alright, we're after...
Pit road is now open.
What's the speed limit, Jack?
Keep it under 55.
Thanks.
Keep it under 4,000 in second. The pace cars on the front straight.
We're after that, or near that scoreboard. My new sign is so nice, I can see it. Oh, no.
Too far forward, back up.
No, it was perfect. But don't hit us. Oh, okay.
The pace cars in turn 1. Go, go, go! Keep
We
it
might
under
gain a
55.
spot or two here.
Keep it under 4,000 in second.
Giving my kamikaze into the pits.
Okay, you're clear.
Okay.
Right away. Stay behind the 24 car.
Oh, yeah.
When you can.
Let's check out this wreck. Yeah, Earnhardt just had something happened to his car. Oh, we got... What is Ricky Rudd doing up there? Okay, we're with Dale Jarrett going into one, and we're gonna see Earnhardt, right? Oh, that would have stunk. If that was us, we would have just assumed he was braking to get into the turn. Ricky Rudd sees the wreck and says, you know what? Yeah, he really has nowhere to go there. He was gonna try to go up to the top of the track and said, nope, I'm going to the bottom. We'll take a look on the aerial platform. Bill Elliott squirted through there. Ricky Rudd. Man. Alright, we're actually going to hang tight. I haven't seen what happened in the tunnel yet. We're going to hang tight with Johnny Benson. There's Bobby Hamilton down there on the grass. We'll see where this tunnel wreck. What happens? So, Darrell Waltrip. Okay. Everyone taking evasive maneuvers. And there's going to be somebody else hitting them. Has to be. No, Jeff Bodine just can't get off of Darrell Waltrip. And here's Darrell Waltrip. I don't know what he's thinking. People are slow here, limping back to the line, and he just decides to try to fly in here. And they all get caught up. Ah, okay. We're under caution, and the random caution just came out. So I think sometimes when we don't get a random caution, which we have been, but I think the first couple races we didn't-ish. I think it's because I was pausing the game a lot to try to get a workflow figured out for doing all the races. So there's our answer. Alright, cleanup's done. We're going back green. We lost Cope, Benson, and Rudd are out of the race. Dale Jarrett's back in 34th. Earnhardt is one lap down.
Get ready now. Going green.
I guess he had a flat tire, so it wasn't an engine issue. And he doesn't have a lot of damage on his car. Let's go here.
Green, green, green. That car's a lap down.
I think he's going to be up to speed. Let's make sure they don't run away. That wreck definitely woke me up. Yeah, you know, we're sitting up here. I wonder if we have enough to win this race. Nobody's fallen off the pack back there, so I think everybody's up to speed. Even Darrell Waltrip. I wonder if he can find his way back up front. Or Dale Jarrett. I tell you what, I've obviously played this game a lot. I've pitted many times. I can't recall, because I'm usually so cautious entering my stall and making sure I stop in the stall and not overshoot it. I think it's the first time I've heard them say, hey, you're too far forward, but then they still work on the car. So that was a new one. Ricky Rudd, unbelievable. He was even even before New Hampshire, he was in the playoffs. He's done now. You can't have back-to-back DNFs. Turn 3 just isn't there yet for us. Man. We're keeping Earnhardt and Gordon in our sights, though. And yeah, I think I mentioned it on the restart. I guess Earnhardt, I was so worried about Dale Jarrett and the pileups. I didn't even see how much damage he took on. I know he got teleported to the pits and disappeared. Which usually means you got towed, which means you get back to pit road and you have to sit there for a while to simulate the towing. Which is why he's a lap down. And we went back green lap 33, 32. So I wonder if there's going to be a pit window issue if we go green the rest of the way. Because pit window's 30 to 35 laps. Alright, we got a car coming out of pit road here now. Out of nowhere. Looks like it's lake speed. He slowed up Gordon, that's good. We gotta make sure we get him on the front stretch here. Not get bogged down in racing him. Man, Elliott charging here. Dang it. Can't go 3 wide. Gotta stick this. Well, we gotta go. Alright, you cleared. You can move up the track there, Dale. Really Really Mario Karted it into that turn. That's a shame. That's gonna pretty much kill Earnhardt's chances of getting a lap back if another caution comes out. Man, I assumed, you know, these are some of the longest races of the year time-wise. I assumed, oh yeah, we'll just settle in. These videos might be 45 minutes long. Pocono. I mean, Pocono, the first Pocono race so far is the longest race of the season, YouTube video-wise. Just a lot of action. Lake Speed has fresher tires than us by, I don't know, whatever lap he came out on. Maybe 8 or 9 laps fresher. But he still can't hang. Wall. Alright, I gotta change my lines a little bit. Yeah, I'm getting a feel for her now. Turn 3. I think I've said that 30 times. That we're getting the hang of turn 3, and then we never do.
You better listen to the brother. You're gonna need that 44% when you get my bill.
Any Joe will tell you, 1-800-COLLECT is the easy way to save up to 44%.
From the derelict aerial platform, looking down on the 2.5-mile Pocono Raceway on this gorgeous July afternoon.
Nothing has really changed here. We skipped a bunch of laps. And I'm trying to figure out what we're going to do with Jeff Gordon. Because he's faster than us in some spots. We'll gain on him a little bit on the straights, as you can see here. But he is just... he's too sharp in the turns. Kenny Schrader has fallen off the pace. He's 37 seconds back. And actually, we can flip it around. He's 15 seconds ahead. And Dale Jarrett is just beat up back there. Not beat up, just not doing well. That's the worst luck. I don't like Terry Labonte in the rear view. He's getting a weird push here. I don't like it. But anyway, yeah. The 1994 season. I'm going to be running that on the tracks that I have nailed down. We're going to have to get North Wilkesboro, which will be fun, but yeah. After this season, I'm going to take a month off, month and a half. Nothing set in stone, but I might actually look into seeing if I can just make the tracks look dated to 1994. Still have the same, same track that I've dialed in, but just change the look of them. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But it's something worth investigating. Alright, we have... I mean, it's easy to say we pitted around lap 30. So... might have another round of pit stops here soon. And if the AI can't get to lap 35, we're going to see another one at the end of the race. And to be honest, I haven't gotten tire callouts or fuel callouts here at Pocono, so I'm not sure what they go in for. I would think fuel, but we have tons of laps left. But our tires are going. It has to be tires. Which means we can afford to spend our tires a little bit more on runs. I think we're going to have to beat Jeff Gordon on pit road. Peeking down pit road every turn 3. There's Ken Schrader off in the distance, going through turn 1. I'm guessing Mark Martin led the first lap at least, maybe. But Jeff Gordon's led every race or every lap since. Lake speed still hanging out up here. Earnhardt's falling a little bit. Not going to get a lap back if a caution comes out. Pit road empty. I think this is lap 32 of this run. Give or take a few laps. We've actually lost Kenny Schrader up there. Right? Yeah, he must have pitted. Alright, we have somebody on pit road at least. One of the Bodines. That would be Brett.
The next car is the leader.
Oh boy, I don't like this. At the end of the run here, we're not as fast. Or maybe we are and I'm not good. It's probably B. Let's not get lazy here at the end of the run and hit the wall. Alright, those guys really fell off behind us. I think we got pit stops. Yeah. We do. No, we don't. We don't have pit stops. Alright, there's Gordon. Gordon's pitting. Shoot. We're gonna go in with him. So we don't waste a lap out on the track.
The leader's pitting now.
Oh, I know he's pitting, Jack.
Watch that speed now. Keep it on 4,000 in second.
Here we go. Let's go, boys. Wait, something's wrong. Don't do it.
Wait. Something's
Oh,
we had a problem with one of the fuel cans.
yeah, you're fired. Look at this.
Go, go, go.
We lost 4 seconds.
Keep it under 4,000 in second.
Pit stops are usually 15 flat.
Okay, you're
Unbelievable.
buddy. I know you can make it up on the track. Okay, merge.
Yeah, go eat something. Wow.
The leader's pitting now.
Unbelievable. I'm still here, just speechless. Alright, this is dangerous. But we gotta get around him.
Keep low. Keep low. Clear.
And there's Bill Elliott. We're probably gonna shake out in like 4th. or 5th.
The leader's pitting now.
But we're gonna, yeah, if this goes, oh, come on, Bill.
Clear. Car inside. Still there.
We weren't in sync with our braking.
Still there.
Didn't mean to do that to you, Bill.
Clear inside. You're now in the top 20.
Yeah, we got some lead. We got the lead pack cars here. We're probably going to be in 5th. And if we can get on Mark Martin's bumper here, because they're going to line up to track down Gordon. Bill Elliott, something happened to him. Yeah, we hit him. But, no, I don't know. Alright, fellas. Line up here. The gang's all here. We let Bill Elliott get around us because he had a good run on us somewhere. But pretty much we've settled in single file. Everybody's playing nice. We're slowly reeling in Jeff Gordon. Ton of laps left too, and we got a slow car up there, or a lapper, I should say. Which should probably be Ken Schrader, because we had, where are we at here? Yeah, or no, Lake Speed's on pit road. Oh, he's off sequence by 10 laps. That's right. But Schrader is gonna hopefully hold up Gordon in a weird part of the track. Let's hope. We also have to hope that our little crew here hits him in the right spot on the track. And the AI brains can get around him easily. But after him, there's nothing. Hang on. After him, there's nothing going on. Ward Burton's pitting. I mean, they can go the rest of the way if you're pitting now. But where did Bobby Labonte go? Hang on. Oh, he's there. He's the top 10. He's the next car behind us. 6 seconds back. Hopefully I remember to put up what happened there. Around the time that we saw Lake Speed racing with the leaders up with us, I glanced at the standings and saw there was a gap between us and the next little group. And I was wondering what caused that. Nice and easy here. Oh, yeah. I don't want 3 wide. Yeah, we probably could have pushed that. If I get intimidated here, I'm not going to be happy. So yeah, we're going to get down to it here. And we're going to have to watch and see. I think that's Ward Burton coming out of the pit road. We're going to have to watch and see what the AI does under green flag pit stops. And we'll match them. because I think our tires could go the rest of the way, but the reason that they might be pitting early is because I jimmied with the AI settings in the track INI file to get them to keep our speed, keep our speed consistent with them. And sometimes you change one thing and it has unforeseen consequences on another thing. Cause and effect ripples throughout that document. No way, Dale. Alright, we're up to Jeff Gordon, but we got lappers, we got chaos. But yeah, the track INI file, you can change everything in it. But say you need to speed up the AI just a little bit, but not an entire percentage difficulty, you just change their grip number in that file just a little bit, by a tenth, a little bit more, a couple tenths maybe. But then sometimes that has an effect where, they get faster, which means they calculate when they should pit for new tires based on how slow they are. Stuff like that. Just little unforeseen things throw everything into a blender sometimes. There's Ken Schrader beat up. Ward Burton's a lap down. Ward Burton was trying to get around Mark Martin. Earnhardt's coming. Man, that's not what we wanted here. But thankfully, no one breathing on us. What we need to do, or what we need to have, is Mark Martin get around Ken Schrader and look out. Oh my God. Okay. I was looking up at Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon running away, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw Ken Schrader slam his brakes on. And yeah, I mean, that's the second near miss. Of course, we had that. We didn't even talk about that first one. In our luck, Jeff Burton making a move for the lead. Alright, they're not running away like Martin and Gordon did earlier. So we gotta... Man, Ward Burton's slower, but he has fresh tires, so he's hanging in here, and he's just being annoying. But Mark was slow through the turn. Go up the track there, bud. Alright, we're here. We are here. I just saw some cars on pit road, Jack. I think. Yeah, okay. So I'm guessing what they do is if they have... We saw it at California, where if their tire window is going to be done with 5 laps remaining in the race, they split the race. They'll split the race in half, pretty much. Or like I was just talking about with the track INI file, they'll do calculations on when they should pit, on when they're being too slow. Yes. Because remember, Brett Bodine pitted a couple laps before us. Yes. Okay. So he's pitting now, which means we should be seeing these guys pitting. Ward Burton will not be pitting. He won't come out in the lead unless a caution comes out after he gets to the lap. I don't know. I'm pretty sure the AI is going to take on 4 tires. And if I knew for a fact that they were going to, we'd be pitting this lap.
Back and forth now.
Actually, we're going to check to see what Brett Bodine did. Behind the scenes. Wherever he's at. Right sides. Yeah. Alright, he took on all 4. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, he's a back marker, but everything's pretty much consistent throughout the AI. Now here, what we can do is pit and gain some speed. Boy, what a gamble this is.
Outside. Clear outside. Keep it under 55. Keep it under 4,000 in second.
But probably not. We got another pitter here, which was DW taking on 4.
You're too far back. Pull up.
There we go. Dang it. We needed this fast pit stop last time.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go. Limit 55. Keep it under 4,000 in second. Okay, you're clear of pit lane. Okay, merge when you
Anybody coming? Ken Schrader's coming somewhere. There he comes. Look out, buddy.
clear.
Trying to draft off of him.
Keep low. Clear outside.
Are we gonna lap down? I don't think we are. If they don't pit, we're screwed. I mean, I'm guessing they have to pit. What a waste of life this would be if they don't pit. If they do pit, I think we're winning this. Let's keep an eye on the real-time interval stuff. We're looking for rapidly changing numbers. Nothing yet. Starting to get nervous. No, I'll get nervous with about 7 laps to go. Because I tell you what, I mean, we're definitely winning this if they pit. Sorry, I was thinking about something else while I was trying to complete that thought. But real world, a real actual race, if someone else in that lead pack saw me pit and they know they have to pit for tires, they would have come in by now because they know what's going on. I was right near the front, so I was able to pit and not lose a lap. So that danger of short pitting doesn't matter. Getting nervous. But I think we made the right call. Because we saw Brett Bodine pit. He pitted a couple laps before the leaders on the last round, which I just assumed. I would have bet a lot of money that they would have been coming in on the lap after we pitted. Alright, if we don't get pitters next time, I'm gonna get nervous. I think we had a pitter there, because we were in 33rd before... I don't know. Please be pitting. Come on. Nothing yet. Unbelievable. The game's gonna job me here. Hey, we better pass these guys for position. Man, we didn't even lead a lap. This sucks. Oh no. Now I think we're so late into the rate, or into the, you know, not a lot of laps left. If they do pit, they're only going to take on one side. Somebody give us a glimmer of hope here. Somebody go pit, please. What an embarrassing ending here.
Just 5 more to go. Car outside. Clear outside.
Come on, guys. Yeah, we gotta scramble here and pick up points.
Car outside. Clear outside.
Man, that's the first time I've seen Dale Jarrett. He's making a pass on somebody. Or he's trying to, on Morgan Shepherd up there. Let's not bring out a shady caution here. I'll go to my grave saying I was sure they were going to have to pit again.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide outside. Keep low. Clear outside. Outside. Keep low.
Is Dale Jarrett for position?
Still there.
No.
Clear outside.
Morgan Shepherd was, though. They outsmarted me this race. I guess they really preserved their tires down the stretch here.
Just 2 to go.
Unbelievable. That laps to go is going to change to 1 here any second. Hopefully not yet. There it is. So, yeah, we would have gotten a leader is pitting now.
Outside. Still there. Clear.
I am, yeah.
White flag. One more lap to go.
All right, we might have some more spots here to pick up. Let's get a good tunnel turn. I don't care who won. They jobbed me here. Nope. They were able to go. I don't know. I need a crew chief. Unbelievable.
Keep digging.
All right, I feel bad for anyone who was watching this race and yelling when I decided to pit, knowing that we had pitted with 36, 35-ish laps to go. And it was right on the end of the window, and there was no guarantee these other guys were going to pit because I used Brett Bodine as an indicator that, hey, everyone's going to have to pit again. He pitted with 39 to go. We pitted with 36 to go. So there's 3 laps. Somewhere in those 3 laps, the AI would have had, they would have been pitting in the next 3 laps. Jumping in here in post to talk about the results and the points. Editing this video, it definitely sounded like I had a frog in my throat or I ate Weetabix or something right before the race. But I drank some tea, so we're doing pretty good now. Jeff Gordon gets all 50 points here, leading the most laps. A lot of the top 10 drivers getting good finishes here, but we'll talk about that. Ernie Irvan recovered from the New Hampshire debacle. We'll talk about that. And there we are, 22nd. Ugh, we've gone over it already, what happened here. We're just moving on. Lesson learned. Dale Earnhardt took that big hit, finished in 34th. Dale Jarrett, of course. Ken Schrader. And there's some top 10 guys back here, too. And especially here, Ricky Rudd finishing in 43rd. Here's what the points look like now. We are 55 points behind Jeff Gordon now. And Terry Labonte, we really haven't even looked at him all season long. And here he is, 10 points behind us. We know he's been up there, but it's just that's surprising. And Earnhardt didn't take too much of a hit today. Andretti's keeps moving up away from that cut line. And Rusty Wallace finally into the top 10. That's because Ward Burton had a bad finish here. And then you see Dale Jarrett, and he looks like he's doing okay here too, even though he had a bad finish. That's because Ricky Rudd and Johnny Benson both got DNFs here. And you see Jimmy Spencer starting to get into the conversation as well. And lastly, Ernie Irvan. I think he finished 11th here. I didn't even notice in the pre-race when we talked about the points that he had dropped out of the top 20 because of New Hampshire. But he's back, and he has a tough hill to climb to get to the playoffs. We're heading to the Brickyard next. Looking forward to it. I mean, it's the same kind of feel as the Pocono. I'm going to try to run it as soon as I can after this race while we still have our Pocono legs under us. During the Brickyard, I'm going to have a full breakdown of all the stats so far this year. Wins, top 10s, top 5s, average starts, average finishes, DNFs. And we had issues with our pit crew at California. We had issues with our pit crew here. We're bringing in a new pit crew for the Brickyard. Thanks for watching.